can never be totally ready, but you know what? We're as ready as we're going to be, I think.
One of our members, Sharon Katz, brought the song, and then we worked on it, and creatively it's good. Everybody in the band has put something towards the song. Everybody's quite pleased.
The more we get into it, the more fun and funny and great everybody is. So it takes time to get to know people, right? And the more you see them, the more you love them. It's great.
It's been going good. As each week goes by, I'm feeling more confident, and I think tonight we've made a lot of progress. This is what I look forward to through the whole week now, and it's given me a lot more focus at home. I'll play to midnight every night, just trying to learn something so I can come here and perform a little bit better than I did the week before.
No one could save me but you.
It's amazing how with the coaching, you can go from a bunch of guys who don't know each other in a very short time to knowing songs and actually being able to play them and being proud of them.
Where I was at the start of like week 1 and now, I think I've improved like a lot. I mean, it's helped me not only in the League of Rock, but at home when I play music with my own personal band.
We've worked really hard and we've put a lot of energy and time and good positive energy into this, and it's gelling. It's working really good.
It's just been great. This is my second session. There will be a third, probably a fourth, fifth, and sixth. And, you know, as long as I can move my arms.
Part of one of the reasons for joining is joining a band and also doing the studio work, which is interesting and looking forward to it.
As a singer, it's a great experience being in a recording studio because you actually can hear your voice. It's more forgiving. If you screw it up, you can go over it and do it again. So I'm looking forward to that because I think that part's going to be super creative. Cats and dogs with blood on the floor.
Everything you're telling me is true. Oh, lie to me.
Loved how they could fix every mistake, and for me as a vocalist, the interesting thing was they did something called doubling, and then they also maybe sing one octave higher, mix it all together.
Maybe the performance can be a bit more personal, like sing it like, that girl who broke your heart's right beside you.
If I can't hold on to you.
You are under the magnifying glass. These are people who are taking risk. They take the risk and they find this newfound talent or this newfound confidence that they can do it on their own, and they feel empowered in a way that they don't get being a doctor or being a dentist or being a truck driver.
If you're talking about replacing a hi-hat?
Recording in the League of Rock is definitely like a rapid-fire experience. 0 to Mach 1 in no time flat.
You want a ride thing?
They get 4 hours to lay down a track. It's live off the floor with a little bit of overdubbing. You walk out of there with a fully mixed track, and you really get to feel the pressure and the flow.
You used to hear about bands taking 2 days to get a snare sound. In terms of 4 hours, I guess you have to prioritize. Try and get the bed track in an hour, guitars and bass in another hour. Try and get an hour for vocals, and then get an hour to mix. That's how I would break it down.
Playing in the studio is probably one of the best parts of the League as a whole. It's an experience that you can't imagine unless you do it. You go in, you build tracks, you build harmonies, and it becomes cohesive. And once it's mixed, you realize, we did that all by ourselves.
Coming in and recording in 4 hours actually does give the guys who haven't had a lot of experience in the studio, and for some of them it is the first experience, to kind of go, oh, it's like this? I didn't know you could do that.
To sit in the studio with the headphones on and hear everybody with the mix, for me as a drummer, it's the first time I've actually been able to hear everybody so clearly. Putting your own parts to the song, it just puts it all together. It's an incredible experience, actually.
I let go. I said, do what you want to do with it. And wow, it was a great lesson because everybody just did such amazing things and things that I would have never heard for it, like the guitar solo. I didn't hear that in my head at all. So Len did like an amazing job with the guitar solo. it's about everybody. It's about making sure everybody has a good time, and everybody really cares about everybody in our band.
All right, cool. Let's go for another take, guys.
It's such a good experience because there's no pressure. It's, you know, everybody's in the same position as you. So you just go in and you do what we've been practicing for, and hopefully it works out. If you try something and it doesn't work out, they pat you on the back anyway, say, hey, great job, good try. And then you know that you just have to go home and work on it.
It's a little nervous at first, but once you get in there and you start getting down to it, it's really fun. It's nothing too competitive. It's just friendly. They're there to help you, not to kind of bring you down. And when they do give you criticism, it's positive, not negative.
The song that we recorded today wasn't my first choice, and I was a little bit concerned how it was going to go, but I think it's going really well. The studio here has been great. Everyone's been really professional.
I want them to have the full gamut of experiences. I want them to, you know, hear what they sound like. There's something to hearing yourself played back that gives you a really good meter stick about how well you're doing, because they sound great at the end, and that's really reinforces them.
When I did my guitar bit for the song that we just recorded, I actually did it in one take. And then, well, I messed up one chord. I messed it up spectacularly, though, I gotta say, totally spectacularly. But I knew that they could fix it after, so I just played the rest of the song.
Here we go.
But you gotta remember, the smarter it gets, the further it's gonna go when you blow it high dough.
There were a couple of places where my voice did crack. And they go, okay, well, we'll just do that. You know, we'll just play it back and just start singing where, you know, wherever you jump in, and then we'll just, and then they just patch it in really quickly. So basically, you can make any little mistake and they can fix it really easily and really quickly. Don't you wish life was like that in other ways?
I'm amazed at how fast you guys do that. Like,
it's what we do.
It's really rewarding to watch people grow. Steven actually got 3 times better once he was able to play a really hip guitar and hear it really loud. Then all of a sudden he felt a little bit more empowered to play better. I could see him sort of straighten up and feel more like a guitar player, which was awesome. It's exciting. I mean, it's exciting for me to watch them and watch their heads bob and sort of look at each other during the playback and like, this is actually pretty good. We actually sound all right. And then they're like, we sound pretty damn good.
The only time I ever saw studio was where if they show real rock bands and they do a documentary. The more I hear it, the more I say, hey, that's me. I actually don't sound so bad after all.
There's a lot of nervous guys about halfway through the recording process. When the mix is starting to get near the end, it's like, hey, wait a minute, this is sounding pretty good.
When you sit in the mixing room afterwards and hear it, after playing it over and over and over, it's, yeah, it's great.
You know, at the end, the CD in the recording studio that you get of your song is, you know, so good. It's way better than you really are, but it's nice to have that perfect record.
We should do the group picture. 1, 2, 3.
I have to say that I love everyone in my band, and you know, that's what it's all about. All the people in League of Rock are just like amazing people. We're like a bunch of little kids having a lot of fun together.